Welcome back to Guilty Pleasures, and also welcome myself, I guess, back to YouTube. Guilty Pleasures is this series I've been doing since like 2021. It's only going to be 10 episodes long, but you know, it's already gone on for 4 fucking years and I've only done 7 episodes. Today I want to talk about something I'm surprised I haven't delved more into on this series before. I made one video about one zombie game before, but I've never done a whole Guilty Pleasures on zombie games because I easily could, and I will right now. There's been a lot of fucking zombie games. There was a lot back in the early 2000s, in the 2010s. You could not avoid zombie games for a while. It was a craze, it was a lifestyle, and I fucking miss it. They were so good. I mean, not every single one of them was great, but
I am so grounded.
so today I want to talk about a bunch of underrated or some that are even disliked zombie games that I enjoy myself, because that's what the whole point of this series is, Guilty Pleasures. Resident Evil Remake is honestly horrifying in my opinion. All these years later, it still manages to be one of the scariest in the franchise for me, and that's primarily due to one big factor: fixed camera angles. Getting stripped of the option to look where you actually, want to see in a horror game is such a genius addition. It's crazy to me. I love walking through the narrow hallways of the mansion trying to remember where the fuck I am and which floor I need to get to again, and where's that one specific closet at. Like, I don't fucking remember. There's too much shit going on, man. It's especially terrifying when you can hear a zombie or some kind of enemy in the distance and you're like, oh shit, I wonder where that's at, and you just keep walking and then this happens. There's just something eerie about the motherfucker just standing there, like not moving at all. It's so uncomfortable for some reason. And if you want more proof that this isn't like the horror games of today, look at its version of a jump scare. That actually scared the shit out of me the first time I played it. But I want to talk about Resident Evil 0 though. I know this isn't much of a guilty pleasure, so I won't talk about it for as long. And it's also not necessarily considered to be a bad Resident Evil game. I just feel like it's kind of overlooked compared to something like Code Veronica per se. I played this one shortly after I played the original Resident Evil for the first time, and while it wasn't as unique and interesting, it still kind of filled the void that the first one had left behind. But I don't fully love decisions like making the characters swappable. I feel like it just takes a little too long and makes certain things clunky, even though it is kind of a cool idea. And I do not fucking understand the removal of the storage crates. Why? So now whenever your inventory gets full, you kind of just have to drop shit wherever you're at and then hope you can find it again later. You're a game that already prides yourself on being kind of hard on the player, so how about you just cut us a little bit of fucking slack, okay? But nah, fuck it. Let's walk for several minutes just to pick up some random dumbass coin that I dropped like 3 hours ago. Do I remember where the fuck I left it? In this castle? No! But speaking of which, the level design in this game is very cool. From the castle to the train at the start of the game. I honestly for a second thought that the whole game would take place on this train, and I wouldn't have complained too much because it was pretty cool. But they ditch it right before it can start to get boring, so I fuck with that decision heavily. I love the vibe of this game, I love the soundtrack and the settings, and I love these old cutscenes. They're just so pleasing to the eyes, I can't explain it. I think my favorite part of the whole game is the first hour, which is kind of like the same vibe I have with a lot of Resident Evil games, honestly. It's that first introduction just feels so right, and it's the most tense you're gonna be throughout the entire game, usually. Like, the first goddamn train cart you walk into is full of dead bodies, and you're just like, oh, that's kind of spooky, let me just make my way through here. Oh fuck, none of these motherfuckers are dead. But like I was saying, the first hour of this game is great, but not nearly as strong as the first hour of the game that it is the prequel to. I know a lot of times in horror, when a writer doesn't know how to make a sequel as good as the original, they just tend to rely on like more shit, more gore, more guns, more brutality, more scares, whatever. But in this case, I almost feel like more is not better, but almost as good, and that's pretty cool. Ah, zombie. This one's been a long time coming. I've been looking for an excuse to talk about this one for a while now, because this one probably fits the term of guilty pleasures better than a lot of games in this series do, because while I do think that this game is kind of neat and there's things that I like about it, I also kind of fucking hate this game. Zombie is a special kind of mid. It sucks, but there's so much to be found here that's unique and exciting. Originally, Zombie was Zombie U, a Wii U exclusive zombie game that kind of like marketed itself mainly around the multiplayer aspect of like being able to fuck with your friend while on the other part of the device while they fight the zombies or whatever. Like your friend was basically going to be creating the horde, and that was in the game and it was kind of cool, but I don't think that was ever what their main goal was shooting for. And if you haven't played Zombie before, picture like State of Decay but in the UK. And if you haven't played State of Decay before, tough shit, I guess. I don't know. There's just something about zombies and cricket bats and the constant British accents that make me think of Shaun of the Dead. I was desperately hoping for any zombie game to fill the void of Left 4 Dead 2. That was like the shit for me, okay? That's all that I cared about for like a year was Left 4 Dead. And I needed any game that could replicate that feeling. And I don't think anything ever kind of has. Maybe I should make a video about Left 4 Dead at some point. I don't think I will. This game has many problems, one of the biggest being that it feels like they're playing it surprisingly safe a lot of the time. The level design is basic, the tasks sometimes repetitive, and the combat just is fine, I guess. It doesn't feel particularly great or anything, but it's not bad either. I do actually like the melee system as it requires you to hold down on the left trigger and then attack with the right trigger. Having to like build up momentum for your strike is a very interesting and fun mechanic. I actually like doing that a lot. The melee weapon variety left a lot to be desired though. There wasn't a whole lot in this game besides like cricket bats and stuff like that. And the shooting on the other hand, while fine and serviceable, was just that, fine and serviceable. Nothing to write home about and not too fun to do. The cool thing about Zombie is that when you die in this game, your survivor dies forever. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a roguelike or something. You do get to respawn as a different character and you can go pick your shit back up. I think that's a really cool mechanic. I just kind of wish that it didn't tell you where to find your stuff. I feel like it would be a lot more intense to actually have to search and like use my memory to find where I need to go. I kind of wish that this game had focused more on that in general. A lot of it takes place in a metro station. So like, why the fuck are you not making me learn those confusing, stupid maps in order to get around? You're just telling me where to go with markers. But if you do die before revisiting the goods, they'll be gone forever, so there is that bit of challenge before getting to them. It's like trying to get to your Minecraft shit in like 5 minutes or whatever. It can be stressful. I know I ripped on this a lot, but let me be clear, I do kind of like this game despite its flaws. I just feel like the idea could have been done more justice. When the fuck are they gonna make Zombie 2? Zombie U2? Oh my god. Speaking of Wii zombie games, let's remove that U real quick and talk about one for the original Wii. Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop is a game that I owe an apology to. In my Dead Rising ranking video I made like a million years ago, I put Chop Till You Drop at dead last, behind Dead Rising 4 and even behind the mobile game. Did I rank the mobile game? I can't fucking remember. I don't watch my videos. I edit them with my eyes closed and sitting backwards away from the laptop, thank you. But I'd like to sincerely apologize to Chop Till You Drop. In fact, it's a lot of fun. Being able to chop up zombies and throw them around with crazy wrestling moves with the fucking Wii controller, just doing that shit for real, actually feels really good. And it's also pretty much just Resident Evil 4 controls, so you at least know that it controls well, because a lot of people claim that Resident Evil 4 is the best on Wii. I wouldn't know, I haven't tried it there, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'd like to apologize to Chop Till You Drop. Good game. Fuck Dead Rising 4 though, I still hate that game. Continuing in the vein of slashing the shit out of zombies, Escape from Dead Island is exactly that. I've always felt like this one was the black sheep of the franchise. It felt strange even for the time. Dead Island was never like a super grounded and serious series, but the actual games feel a lot more realistic and like grounded in nature than this cartoonish fucking beat 'em up that kind of just wanted to be Lollipop Chainsaw. Is this game great? No. Is this game bad? Kinda, but I do feel like there's a lot of fun to be had here. It's like simple zombie beat 'em up fun, and if you like Dead Island, there's really not too much you could fucking go wrong with in this one. Sorry for cussing at you for no reason there. I'll only fucking cuss at you when I mean it, okay? In a weird way, it kind of reminds me of like the Ultimate Dimension in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, you know, that art style.
What am I doing in the black suit? I hate this thing.
God damn, that game is so good. I should make a video about that game. Or I should make a video about that other Spider-Man game. Or I should make a video about that other Spider-Man game. If you're looking for an affordable indie multiplayer zombie game about dying and becoming a zombie a bunch of times, look no further than Contagion. I feel like nobody knows what the fuck this is and I'm going crazy. Again, shout out to Smosh Games. I guess I watched a lot of them when I was a kid because I had wanted to play Contagion so bad since 2012, and I finally got it as a teenager when I got my first computer, and I had nobody to fucking play it with, and it was really hard and I did not play it that much, but I still think this game is really cool. You get to pick from several different characters and levels and mission types. There's ones where you just make your way through the level and try to survive like Left 4 Dead. There's this cool versus mode where some players start as zombies and then the others are humans, and they have to kill each other and try not to get killed by the zombies, and when you do die you come back as a zombie and you can do all this cool shit like control the fucking crowd of zombies. It's fucking sick, man. You want to know how deep rooted and old this nostalgia is? I was watching Contagion Let's Play videos on the YouTube app when it still looked like fucking this, dude.
I'm just leading all the zombies around in a circle. Zombie Party 2012. I don't know why it's 2012.
I saved this one for last because I've always had an interesting relationship with Dead Rising 3, anyway. Dead Rising 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games of all time. I played them on repeat in my childhood. We're going to be starting a Dead Rising Let's Play on the RabidRetrospectGamer channel soon. Go check that out. And I'm still heartbroken that Dead Rising is just like done for these days. You had that kind of neat remaster-ish thing. I don't really want to call it a full remake. It was more just like a quality of life remaster. But I'm still so bummed that we'll probably never see the actual Dead Rising 5 at this point. I mean, to be fair, the one that they were making was probably not going to be that good.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Dead Rising 4 was fucking terrible in mine and a lot of people's opinion, and a lot of people see Dead Rising 3 as kind of like the beginning to the end in that matter. I think Dead Rising 3 isn't as good as the first two, but I still really fucking like this game. Again, this one isn't as much of a guilty pleasure. I just don't know when I'll get the chance to talk about Dead Rising 3 again, so fuck it, let's do it.
Oh, crap!
I've seen a surprising amount of hate for Dead Rising 3 start to grow over the last few years, and some of the criticism is definitely fair. The tone is all over the place, the boss fights are less interesting, a lot of the characters are fucking annoying as hell and just kind of suck, honestly, and the story is really bad at points. And that's really saying something because the plot of Dead Rising 2 was also fucking ridiculous. This shit did not make any sense. But in my opinion, there's a lot more good about this game than bad. This is definitely the biggest Dead Rising game, and it feels like it, and fuck it knows it. Bigger action, bigger gore, more weapons, you can make fucking nukes. The map is huge. It is pretty much just GTA 5 with zombies, and that is fucking amazing. The feats that they managed to pull off in this game back in 2013 should not go forgotten. This shit is impressive to this day, especially when you consider that they somehow fucked up Dead Rising 4 a couple years later. This was like a fucking event for us Dead Rising fans when it first was announced. A lot of us wanted something like this for the first two games, but never knew if it would actually really happen, and then it did. It dropped and it was really good. This is one of the first times that I felt genuinely excited over such a short glimpse of a video game. I watched this gameplay trailer so many fucking times. I couldn't wait to play Dead Rising 3. A year or so later, my dad generously gets me a next-gen console for Christmas, a PS4, and excitedly I look up Dead Rising 3 and what? No, this can't be right. It has to be on the PS4. It has. Yeah, it's been like 12 years, and Dead Rising 3 is like the only one that didn't come to PlayStation of the original 4. So that fucking sucks. This game just feels kind of smooth to play, in my opinion. A lot of people hate on it and say that it feels kind of clunky, but these all feel a little clunky in a way. It's just something you have to get used to. I love mowing down these endless fucking crowds, and they are endless too. It is impressive how many zombies they managed to fit on the screen in this fucking game. It is insane. Driving over them with these giant cars and shit. That was always a dream of mine as a kid, to be able to do that in a game, and I feel like they fully captured it. The only thing that might beat it out is how Save the K lets you fucking smack zombies with the door. That is pure cinema. I've wanted to do that ever since I saw Zombieland as a kid, dude. And I gotta say, even though that this is one of my least experienced Dead Rising games, I still really like this. I think it is a lot of fun, and I don't really feel guilty about liking this one at all. But you should feel guilty about liking Dead Rising 4, random commenter. You should feel very guilty. Not everyone else. If you like Dead Rising 4 and you're just watching the video, that's fine. But you, sir? You should feel guilty. I'm inside your home.